What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back. I never left. Well, maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I don't know. But today, in the bottom of the map, in the red color, playing as Ra, his main god. His name is Kimo. His opponent today, in the blue color, playing as Hades. His name is Shelty. Max Train is his current account, but we know him as Shelty. He is Shelty forever. And the first map in this best of 5 series for the Wisdom of Thoth Meta Plays tournament is Ghost Lake. For those of you who are unaware, who haven't been following this tournament, where have you been? It's been going on, been raging for a while. It's a $1,000 tournament, and lots of good things happen here. So we'll see how it's all going to go. As Kimo has not actually found himself his hunt just yet. He's going to be finding the Wedged Eye over here, but this is really, really big for Shelty here. If Shelty's not only found his boar at the start of this map, but he has also found caribou that are really, really close to this. He's also found Kimo's caribou over here. So there is a world where Shelty can be incredibly aggressive. At this point, Shelty can be incredibly aggressive here. And he can take all of this hunt and potentially punish Kimo for not using hunt in the early stages of the game. Right now, Kimo looks like he's actually grabbed himself husbandry. So even if he finds his boar, finds his caribou over here, he might not choose to actually go onto him. He's actually going to have a little bit of a nightmare opening here. Not only, well, it is double gold mine. What is that mining camp? Not sure what happened there. A little bit of a misclick from Kimo. He's going to have to sort that one back out as he gets going here. We'll have to wait and see how all things are going to shape up in this one. Berries on this back town center here for Shelty. And Shelty's going to have to think about how difficult it's going to be to play 2 town center play here against Ra on such a low hunt map. We do see that there are caribou over here, and Shelty is going to be finding another pack of caribou possibly over on this side of the map here. He's possibly going to be finding that, I imagine. Yeah, there it is. So we'll see what Kimo's going to do as a reaction to this, if he's going to try and get himself out hunting dogs here, or if he's just going to be happily sitting on husbandry for the rest of this, given it's only about, what is it, 5, 6 caribou. It's not really that big of a deal here. But Kimo here, he needs to continue producing villages, and will he be able to once that granary is up? Yes, he will. So he's not really in that bad of a position. These villages over here will have to make a huge trek over to the other side of the map in order to keep on gathering food. Alternatively, they can just jump onto this hunt over here, but we see Shelty being sneaky already, and I love it. He's moving forward to grab these caribou over here. Technically, these caribou are Kimo's, and we'll see if Kimo is going to be able to make that recognition that he can move forward onto these caribou here or not. But Shelty getting an extra pack of hunt will help him out a lot in this matchup. As we see Kimo getting himself pickaxe, getting himself the temple up, villagers onto the goat over here, doing all of the good stuff. And we'll see exactly what is going to shape up in this game. Now, there is some decent berries back here as well for Kimo. So if he does get this town center relatively early here, I'm not sure he's going to be. He's got a relatively nightmare opening. And, I mean, technically so too does Shelty. Both players going to be advancing very, very late here. It's a 4:15 for Shelty. But 4:15 here, a lot of the times, is he going for it? He is. A lot of the times with the 4:15, you can actually drop 3 towns or 2 extra town centers, go up to 3 town centers, and make that work really, really nicely a lot of the time, as both players have actually hit roughly that advance time in this game. We'll have to wait and see if that's what Shelty's going to do. It kind of looks like he wasn't really aiming to make that happen, but maybe he's going to be dropping that 3rd town center a little bit later as he pulls the villagers off of gold over here, as the villagers on this top location do decide to jump onto this large gold mine, trying to be as efficient as he possibly can with his villagers. Love to see that sort of play there. Meanwhile, so too is Kimo doing exactly the same thing. So both players trying to deal with this awkward opening as best as they can. I have to say, they've both done a remarkable job of it thus far, considering what they scouted, what they've seen, and all of that good stuff. As just about to hit, same too with Athena, and we're going to be seeing exactly what these guys' plans are moving forward as the villagers here for Kimo are going to move straight onto this town center. The Katoka boss is over here. Kimo going to just simply take his villager over there, start shanking away. We do see a stable coming up here, and Shelty is wanting to put the pressure on. I'm not sure he's going to be able to make this work with Kimo already having started this. The Minotaur will be coming through. Kimo hasn't brought his Pharaoh over just yet. He's dropped his armory on the back line here. Shelty's going to have himself a little bit of resources left in the bank here, and it looks like Shelty's not even going to attempt to move in and pressure this town center as he does get it up. And we are now starting to see farms come down on this town center as the Ajax and the Minotaur wander forward here. This is a very, very dangerous thing for Kimo to be doing here. This is a completely naked town center. Any kind of area that Shelty wants to attack here is going to be completely worth it here at this point. He can attack from this side. He can attack from this side. He can go around the back and attack from this side as all the farms coming down in the main base as the armory coming through as well. But we'll see how Kimo is going to manage to do all of the good stuff here. The Chiron over here has checked out that gold mine, has pushed off of that gold mine. So this town center is literally just a farming town center for the moment. And we'll see if Shelty is going to be able to make anything happen. He's dropping the military academy as well, so no Toxotes here. So this kind of indicates not wanting to stay too much in the classical age. He's going to be, to me, military academy kind of means that. We'll see what he's going to be doing with it. There's really not that much food on the map for him to really be able to support all the production here with those hoplites and Hippocon and everything else to follow up. So we'll have to wait and see as the Ajax, the Minotaur coming in. They will be able to snipe that Wadjet. Is now the Hippocon. They are moving through here, and this is what I said was potentially going to be happening here. We'll see if there's going to be some sort of a shifting stance here. Hathor is on the way as the Ajax goes down, and Max Train here, Shelty, is moving forward. He's trying to delete those farms. He gets away with it just a little bit here. Very, very sneaky, doing a slight amount of economic damage onto Kimo here as a barracks going to come up on this position to control that instead. But a smart play from Shelty. He gets just a little bit extra damage here. Farms costing 47 gold. 2 farms costing just under 90 gold. So getting that damage done. He lost his Ajax, which is 150 resources, and caused a lot of idle time there on those villagers on the farm. So you have to be thinking that that's not the worst of moves here from Shelty, and also not from Kimo either. Both players kind of got to be happy about what happened there in a way here as the army getting pushed back here, and we'll see how Kimo is going to be able to react to all of this. If he drops his villagers out, tries to fight this off, the villagers up on this top location here going to be pulling back as the Migdol stronghold getting shot up on this location here. Kimo distracting nicely as he's attempting to get his Migdol up on the other side. We see the villager coming back in onto this position, does snipe another farm here, retreats back, and he's picked up yet another farm. You love to see it here as Kimo's retreating now. He's trying to get this Migdol stronghold up on that location as now the Patukos going straight after those hoplites as we do see the Kimo shifting sands coming in to move those Hades units away from this position here as the Migdol stronghold is just about to pop here for Kimo. Kimo is in an absolutely crushing position now. He is going to be enjoying this game from this period onwards. We'll see if he's going to be able to convert here or not, but he's got every single advantage that he wants here. He's got his Migdol up. He's going to be getting his Chariot Archer cavalry composition out as Ra. He's picked off a ton of Shelty units in this game, and Shelty is going to be on the back foot here on out. However, That all being said, if Shelty's been able to kind of start farming, he hasn't started farming at all. He's been going full all out in this game thus far. I was going to say if Shelty had been able to start farming here and kind of get that transition happening while this is all going on, maybe, just maybe, his economy would be able to kind of stabilize, so to speak. But I don't think it's going to. I think he's going to be in for it. He's going to be in for it here as Kimo's timing here with all the economy he's got. He's already got his farms up. He's in a really good position. Is going to be coming very, very hard onto Shelty here in the near future. As Kimo's now going to be starting to search out for some raids. The Rock moving across the map, scouting everything out here. As will Kimo's spidey senses tingle that there could be villages in the middle of the map? We'll have to wait and see. As more raids coming back in onto this town center, there is still restoration remaining. We have to remember that there as the Hippocon gets taken out here. Is the Hippocon going to be pushing it onto this position over here? Kimo's still trying to build some units. His army is trying to come back in to help out. This is one of the weaknesses of Ra, is that, and Egyptian in general, when you go for the fast heroic, you've only got the one building to build units. So if the Hades player decides to put full pressure on here, he can get a whole bunch of damage done. The villagers turning around in the restoration here, trying to shank down the Hippocon and the Hoplites in this position as the Patsukos coming through as well. There's 2 Patsukos here for Kimo, and he's continuing to spam units out, and it does not look like the Hades pressure is going to be able to do all too much in this game here, as Shelty's Toxotes falling, Shelty's Hoplites falling. The Chiron does manage to snipe down a Patsukos, but Shelty has just thrown away everything in his army, and he's going to be tapping out at 11 minutes and 25 seconds into the game. Kimo gets a very, very clean game 1 victory here with his Ra. I think Shelty kind of went a little bit too chaotic here. Potentially, I'm not exactly sure, but potentially this early fight when he lost the Ajax, I think that was a good trade. But after that, he should have been thinking about backing off and just saying, look, you've got a good gold mine there. Let's try and play for the late game. You've got a good gold mine in your home base. You've secured your outer gold mine. Let's play for the late game and just accept that that's the way it's going to have to be here. But he went for that killing blow, and it just doesn't end up working out for Shelty in this game. Kimo gets the dub. If you guys enjoyed this one, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTubes, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next game.